Ooh, those lights are on. Well, hello, 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 and welcome to the beautiful Lyric Theater on this gorgeous spring evening. And hello to everybody who was able to find us online. So glad that you could make it. Let's get things rolling. On behalf of the Kentucky Department of Tourism, visit Lex.com, Martin Guitars, and the City of Lexington. Welcome to the Lyric Theater and the 1143rd taping session of the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. So now's the time to do so. If you haven't already done so, turn off those cell phone ringers. Definitely don't want your cell phones going off during the show. If you'd like to take photos, that's perfectly fine. Just please, no flash photography. Make sure there's a big old slash across that lightning bolt. And to make things easier for the crew at the end of the night, please, whatever you brought in with you, please take it out, leave no trace. And as many of you know, WoodSongs is an audience participation show. We love to capture your laughter, your clapping, and we've got mics up here just for you to capture all that. And you even get your own line at the end of the show. Michael will put up his hand like this to let you know to be at the ready, and he'll say, next week on the, and that's your cue to loudly say, WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour, followed by lots and lots of clapping and cheering. This is the time to use those outside voices. Just let it all out, whatever stress, anxiety, or joy or happiness that you feel, just let it out. And we're going to give this a good practice run so that Jerome can set the levels in the back. And here we go. Next week on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. Very, very good. Now, as long as nothing goes wrong, the show should be ending right about an hour, followed by the encore section, so that we ask you to please stay seated for the encore. Michael oftentimes has a special announcement, a little story time, and you know the artist will throw something super special your way. So please stay seated for that encore. Okay. My eyes are on you guys. Are you ready for the show to begin? You sound pretty ready. But I'll give you another go. You ready for the show to begin? Let's welcome to the stage the host of the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour, musician Michael Jonathan.
Hey everybody, welcome to Monday night. Let's say hello to Jerome Galt, our chief engineer, sitting in the back of the room. Mr. Jerome, and this show, as most of you already know, is all volunteer run. This is an amazing crew. They're wonderful. They work very hard. Look how many wires it takes to do an acoustic radio and television broadcast. Please give them a big thank you for how hard they work. So like Dorothy said, the show's going to last about 59 minutes, unless something breaks down. And if you were here last week, a lot of things broke down, but we don't expect that tonight. So we're going to work very hard to make this a fun 59 minutes. When the show's done, the artists will do an encore broadcast for everybody, encore song for everybody, and then they'll be out in the lobby to say hi. So, is TV ready upstairs? Are they? Hold on. They're having, already? Oh, okay. So they're having a little audio problem in the TV booth? How are we doing?
We're checking the cables because they're only getting one channel upstairs.
Ah. So there's supposed to be a stereo feed that goes up to the TV booth, and right now they're only getting one side.
I'm going to fire at the beginning of the show, Michael, just so they have audio, okay?
Okay, this is just a test, everybody. The show's not starting.
Here on the Louisiana Hayride. His name is Hank Williams, the drifting cowboy.
On the Grand Ole Opry, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys.
All right, there's another test.
Here on the Louisiana Hayride. His name is Hank Williams, the drifting cowboy.
We're good? Look at that. They fixed it. Give them a thank you. That's how you do that. All right, so audio's okay, Jerome? Yeah. TV's okay upstairs? We're good to go? All right, is our clock ready? Our clock person? All right, hold on. Here we go.
Support for WoodSongs Show number 1143 is provided by the Kentucky Department of Tourism, Martin Guitars, and VisitLex.com, the Lyric Theater, Travel Host Magazine, and our family of WoodSongs partners. Special thanks to the beautiful Clarion Hotel and Conference Center, welcoming visitors to Lexington, Kentucky, the horse capital of the world, celebrating 250 years, and home for parks, museums, festivals, great music, and wood songs. Take your next vacation trip to the musical state of Kentucky. For information, visit our website at woodsongs.com.
Here on the Louisiana Hayride. His name is Hank Williams, the drifting cowboy.
On the Grand Ole Opry, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys.
Hi, this is Emmylou Harris.
Hi, folks. This is Sam Bush.
Hello, this is Odetta.
This is Joan Baez, and you're listening to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And now, gather the family around and sit back in your easy chair. It's time again for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour, our worldwide celebration of grassroots music. Let's welcome folk singer Michael Jonathan.
People don't sing about cars no more. Cool cars tied in the oil wars. It really doesn't sound very sexy to say I drive a little four-cylinder Chevrolet. Man, nobody sings about cars anymore. I got a little Toyota and it goes really far. It's a little itty bitty teeny weeny car. It's a fuel efficient automobile made of a whole lot of plastic and not much steel. Nobody sings about cars anymore. Climb into a little Subaru, the steering wheel might castrate you. A tiny backseat, I am told, is automatic birth control. Corvette, Mustang, 4 on the floor. Souped up Camaro, Hemi engine, 2-door. It's a roomy 8-cylinder convertible dream. Slip into a car today, you're busting up your spleen. Man, nobody sings about cars anymore. No, no, no. Tied in the oil wars. It really doesn't sound very sexy to say I drive a little four-cylinder Chevrolet.
WoodSongs is presented in part by our family of WoodSongs partners, by the Kentucky Department of Tourism and VisitLex.com, inviting people from all over the world to visit our lakes, mountains, parks, sports, music, and art festivals, and more. You can explore everything Kentucky has to offer your family vacation online at KentuckyTourism.com. And by the Martin Guitar Company, building handcrafted guitars for professionals and front porch pickers since 1833. Online at martinguitars.com.
And welcome everybody to the beautiful and historic Lyric Theater here in our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky. We're broadcasting all over the world, from Australia to Ireland, New Zealand to New York, Yuma, Arizona to the Yukon, and across Canada, celebrating this magnificent world of rural, organic, real front porch kinds of music of all different kinds. Ours come from everywhere to be on our broadcast. We say it every week. You don't have to be famous to be on WoodSongs. You just have to be very, very good. That is the case of both of the artists that we're going to introduce this whole hour to. Plus, we have an amazing WoodSongs kid. So put your seatbelts on. Let's get started all the way from Minnesota. He's got an album called Live at the Rio Radio Hour. This is a tune called Feel My Love. Please welcome Erik Koskinen to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Will you feel my love through the satellites, when the moon and the stars and the traffic lights? Will you feel my love when the world explodes? Will you feel my love when the buildings burn? Will you feel my love when the earth won't turn? Hey now, baby, will you feel my love? Will you feel my love when the money's all gone? Will you feel my love when the world gone wrong? Will you feel my love through the satellites, when the moon and the stars at the traffic lights? Hey now, baby, will you feel my love? Through the streets of town, will you feel my love a million miles away, when you're all alone at the dawn of day? Will you feel my love when the sky falls through? Will you feel my love when the angels sing, and the scars and the pain, they don't mean a thing? Hey now, baby, will you feel my love? Will you feel my love when the money's all gone? Will you feel my love when the world gone wrong? Will you feel my love through the satellites, when the moon and the stars at the traffic lights? Hey now, baby, will you feel my love? Say, hey now, baby, will you feel my love? Say, hey now, baby, yeah, will you feel my love?
All the way from the great state of Minnesota, from his album Live at the Riophonic Radio Hour, Feel My Love is the song. Erik Koskinen, nice to have you here. Thanks for being on WoodSongs.
How you doing?
Good. So you born in Colorado, but you grew up in the Upper Peninsula of Minnesota. That's a gorgeous part of the country. Michigan. Sorry, that's in Minnesota.
Okay.
So you grew up in a very rural part of America, and then you moved since then to Minnesota.
Yes.
And you've been there for quite a while. So that's home for you.
19 years.
19 years. So what is the music community like in the area that you're in? I mean, and I say that because like most countries around the world, our communities are becoming sort of venue starved. There's not a whole lot of places for independent art to live. So what is your area like?
Well, I lived in Minneapolis for a long time. I don't anymore. I'm about an hour hour south. But within that hour radius of Minneapolis, there's actually a lot of music, and there's a great community for it. Yep.
Well, that's good to hear because, like I said, a lot of folks, are in communities where they want to play. There's just not a lot of venues. So you're fortunate in that area.
We're lucky.
Now, you talk about your family life. Your grandmother was very influential on you musically, wasn't she?
Yeah. She just had all the records. She had all the records that I wanted to hear, and I grew up listening to them. I'd steal them from her, and
good
play them
theft.
when she was.
It's a good theft.
They said don't use the record player when I was 8, and they'd leave the house, and I'd put the record player
use
on.
it, right?
Yeah.
Who were the artists that were grabbing you at the time?
Everyone from Hank Williams to Bob Marley. Mm-hmm. Really, I mean everything. I grew up with everything. Sibelius, I love from classical music.
Johann.
I played the oboe in the orchestra at one point in my life, and.
Well, how does one go from that to the guitar and singer-songwriter? I mean, that's a whole different plane,
I like being in charge of myself. I didn't. The oboe has sheet music and time signatures and requirements and such things like that, and practice and.
Well, wanting to be in charge of yourself, I mean, that is sort of the mission statement of most independent artists now.
That's right.
The music business is very difficult, isn't it?
It's very difficult.
Really strange. So how are you handling the differences? I mean, 5 years ago, we say it on the show often, but nobody dreamed 5 years ago that the biggest retailer of CDs in America was going to be Cracker Barrel. It's really changed.
Right. Yeah, and we're becoming. Sometimes it feels like we might become a T-shirt salesman if we're not careful when we're on the road, because people are buying those maybe more than the even actual music, because the music's on their phone, of course, right? But I'm just trying to put it out there as honest as I can, play the music.
The formula of performing in front of actual people doesn't change. That's still the core of everything.
No, and AI is never going to
replace
catch that. No.
Right. I agree. You got a wonderful album called Burning the Deal. He's going to play a song called Crazy. Check it out. It's Erik Koskinen on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
It's easy going crazy. It's hard staying sane enough. I got my irons in the fire, but the future's looking pretty rough. And it's easy loving women when they love you in return. It's hard staying sane when the world's about to burn. The wind is blowing lightly, the moon is shining up above. Now, have I told you lately, honey, that you can have all my love? Well, it's easy making promises when you're talking to yourself. They just disappear like the whiskey upon the shelf. And it's easy going crazy in this place. A million odd strangers in my face. It's hard to know which one's for real when everyone's burning the deal down. I got my pistols in my pocket, and honey, we're going to town. We're gonna get some gasoline, gonna burn the whole thing down. And it's easy making friends, it's easy putting seeds in the ground. But it's a hard way to go when you know you gotta cut them down. And it's easy going crazy, but it's hard staying sane enough. And it's easy going crazy, but it's hard staying sane enough. And it's easy going crazy, but it's hard staying sane enough. It's easy going crazy, but it's hard staying sane enough.
Hypnotic. From his album Burning the Deal, Crazy is the song. Erik Koskinen on WoodSongs. Let's give some props to Josh Gavlin on the bass and Richard Medic doing a tasty job on the drums on that. Good job. If you want to know more about Erik Koskinen and his music, his tour schedule, everything, all you have to do is visit the WoodSongs website. If you click on the archive page, this is show number 1143, and we'll tell you how you can contact Erik, as well as our next artist. We're going from Minnesota all the way to Virginia. He's doing really well on the country music scene. He's shared the stage with a lot of folks like Trace Atkins, John Conley, Lori Morgan, Pam Tillis, Vince Gill, and the Time Jumpers, my favorites, even Oliver Anthony. We're going to talk about all of that in a second, but right now he's going to do a brand new song for the WoodSongs audience. This is called Virginia Rain. Please welcome Levi Foster to the WoodSongs. Old Time Radio.
Nobody comes out this kind of weather, it's the kind that chills you to the marrow. But east of Roanoke, there's fire on the river, spreading through the mountains and the narrows. The clouds are setting in, and the mash is boiling over. We don't want the sunshine on our shoulders, just cold, cold, cold Virginia rain. Long man sipping coffee by his pot-belly stove, flipping through the papers, none the wiser, while me and little brother on another old back road, 400 horses humming in the Chrysler. Franklin County's thirsty from a spell of being dry. They'll know the drought is over. They look up in the sky. Virginia rain, it's a-pouring like a flood on a Sunday morning. On the other side of Jordan, let it wash your tracks away. Swapping jars at all the drop-offs, hiding greenbacks in a glove box, silver boot knife in a tube sock. Beat the devil at his own game. In that cold, cold, cold Virginia rain. This kind of weather, it's the kind that chills you to the marrow. But east of Roanoke, there's fire on the river, spreading through the mountains and the narrows. Cold, 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 cold. Virginia Sunday morning on the other side of Jordan. Let it wash all tracks away. Swapping jaws and all the drop-offs, hiding greenbacks in a glove box, silver boot knife in a tube sock. Beat the devil at his own game. In that cold, cold, cold Virginia rain.
Good song. Brand new tune called Virginia Rain. Levi Foster, all the way from Virginia. Nice to have you here, Levi.
Good
Thanks.
to be here, man.
So you've had sort of a sudden surge. I mean, let's go back a little bit. You're 13 years old. You get your first guitar.
That's right. Good guess.
So who gave it to you? How'd that come about?
My parents did, and
Did you have like did you see it on TV and you were like, I want to do that, or what was the deal?
well, I wanted to get a girlfriend mostly. It worked.
That's all right. That's why you're not a banjo player. So you were 13 years old. Your hormones were raging. You thought a guitar was going to help you, right?
That's
that how
right.
that worked? So were you starting to write as soon as you got the guitar, or were you learning chords, just playing other people's songs? How does that work?
Yeah,
for you?
pretty quickly. I grew up listening to a lot of old country and bluegrass, like Merle Haggard and Bill Monroe, all those guys.
Somebody in your family playing that to you, or are you just discovering this on your own?
Yeah, my dad would play that all the time. But, nobody in my family played music, so I had to go out and find people to play music with.
So this music bug was sort of exclusive for you in your household.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah. So now you, 2023 is just like 20 months, 25, 24 months ago, and you decide to leave Virginia unannounced, and you go to Nashville. You get in your, a car or a van or whatever?
Van, yeah.
You get in your van, you go to Nashville, because you had oodles and oodles of contacts and friends in Nashville, right?
Sure, yeah.
No. So you literally went there with nothing, right?
That's right, yeah.
Now, that kind of a little scary.
Sure, well, I mean, I didn't have anything to lose, so, I mean, I just wanted to go down there. I knew that's a place I wanted to be, wanted to write songs and play them too, so. So
just for the audience to understand now, you're in Virginia. You don't really know anybody in Nashville. You have no business contacts out there. You're not going out there to meet managers or agents or anything. You're just going there to find if it's possible for you to stay there.
Right.
So what did you do when you first hit town?
Well, I met a guy that actually is from my same hometown, but we had never met. So we became fast friends, and I started writing a bunch of songs with him, and he kind of took me under his wing, and we started writing a bunch of songs together, and he kind of introduced me to a lot of people, so I fell into that.
What did your non-musical family think of you leaving everything in Virginia to roll the dice in Nashville? Because it's like, I mean, the imagery of it, everybody in the world, gazillions of people have tried to do that, and nothing happened.
Yeah, my dad just wants to know when I'm coming back to go fishing with him, so.
Good dad.
But they support me a lot, and I'm very grateful for that.
Now, one of the things that you were able to do, I mean, you've shared the stage, like I said, with Trace Atkins and several others. How does that all come about so quick? I mean, you've only been at it for a couple of years.
Well, that was through playing a lot in Virginia and North Carolina, and would just get tight with these venues, and they would throw me some dates as opener. So, yeah, I would just, getting on the road and trying to play as much as I can.
Working it.
Yeah.
Got to work it. One of the things that's interesting, one of the biggest stories in music, the past couple of years was Oliver Anthony. You got to do about 5 or 6 shows with Oliver, right? That is an unusual thing. It's like someone opened up the gates of the algorithm and it just exploded literally worldwide.
Yeah.
So what was doing a concert with Oliver like?
Oh, it was great. So I knew him back from Virginia. So
you already had a
yeah. So I knew him about, I met him about 6 months before all that kind of blew up for him. And he's a great guy. I loved working with him.
That must have been fascinating to watch happen, since you knew Oliver, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it goes.
Yeah. It was wild, just seeing him all over my phone and everything. And I think it couldn't have happened to a better guy. So I think he's salt of the earth. So I have nothing but good things to say about him.
Well, it's funny, after Oliver's success, it seemed like everybody in the Brothers standing out in a field in front of a microphone playing their guitar now, right? You sort of started a new musical trend. Speaking of which, you've got an album called We Made Fire. You're going to play a song for us called You Can't Look at Me, all the way from Virginia, Levi Foster on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio.
I've been doing good for a while now. I got a steady job and a car that don't break down. I finally fixed the screen door and the washing machine, and got the smell of your perfume out the house. I've been doing good for a while now, but I just saw you from across the room. That same fire in your eyes that burned me too many times. And we've been down this road, but I can't go back. So you can't look at me like that. You can't look at me like that. I heard you found a man who's got it all. He bought a brand new diamond ring for you last fall. But still I get to wonder, do you think of me when you have a little too much alcohol? I heard you found a man who's got it all. Oh, I just saw you from across the room. That same fire in your eyes that burned me too many times. And we've been down this road, but I can't go back. So you can't look at me like that. No, you can't look at me like that. Oh, I just saw you from across the room. That same fire in your eyes that burned me too many times. We've been down this road, but I can't go back. So you can't look at me like that. You can't look at me like that.
can't look at me. Levi Foster, Trey Campbell playing that upright bass in the back, Evan Hull on acoustic guitar, Colin Bowling playing fiddle, all for Levi Foster. We're going to get back to Levi in the second half hour. We got more of Erik Koskinen. Oh, and wait till you meet this week's WoodSongs kid. We will be back right after this.
You're listening to WoodSongs Show number 1143, broadcasting around the world by the foothills of Appalachia in Lexington, Kentucky. If you would like to attend a WoodSongs broadcast, you can find reservation and show schedules on our website, woodsongs.com. We'll be back after the break with Erik Koskinen, Levi Foster, and our amazing WoodSongs kid on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. WoodSongs is presented in part by the Kentucky Department of Tourism and VisitLex.com, inviting families from all over the world to celebrate Lexington's 250th anniversary year. WoodSongs is an all-volunteer multimedia front porch for artists worldwide. You can visit our archive of past shows, attend the broadcast while in Kentucky, or become a WoodSongs partner from our website, woodsongs.com.
Hi, this is Tom Paxson. There's plenty of good radio shows on the air, but when I can't find any, I always tune into the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Thank you so much, Tom Paxson. What a legend, Ramblin' Boy. And welcome back, everybody, to our broadcast here at the Lyric Theater, our home base here in Lexington, Kentucky. We're at the crossroads of America's folk and bluegrass music, the gateway city to the beautiful Appalachian Mountains, where so much of this music comes from. We're on the air on over 500 radio stations, like Arizona Public Radio, WNPA in Canton, Ohio, KASU, a great radio station in Jonesboro, Arkansas, KYAC, another one in Mill City, Oregon, the 35 stations of Yellowstone Public Radio across Montana and Wyoming. Let's say hi to all the folks tuning in out there. We're also on American Forces Radio Network. What does that mean? It puts this show on the radio, 2 different channels in 177 nations, from South Korea all the way to Kuwait, plus every single military base in the world, every U.S. naval ship in the world, every Coast Guard vessel sailing in North America gets to hear this broadcast. And as always, we want to say hello to the men and women that are out there tuning in, bringing them a little piece of home. The fans and the public that got to tune into those radio stations. We're on public television coast to coast. We're on the RFD television network nationwide as well. We're also in schools, which is why this time every broadcast we invite a youngster to come on our show. They get to sing one song in the presence of seasoned touring artists like Erik Koskinen and Levi Foster. And you know, we were talking to Levi about his trails in country music and going to Nashville, and she is sort of on the same path, but she's only 13 years old, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Let's say hello to Josie Sal. How you doing, Josie?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, now 13 years old, and you have a lot of musical favorites. We were talking to Erik about, you know, who he liked to listen to, and the same thing with Levi, who they like to listen to. So when you were a little kid, you're still a little kid, but when you were younger than a little kid, who were you listening to that was inspiring you? Who did you love?
I actually wrote a song about the music who filled my grandpa's house. It's like Reba, Patsy Cline, Big and Rich, all the old classic country.
So country music was your lifeline, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So, and you're 13, you're already writing songs, and somehow major artists like Lainey Wilson invites you on stage to sing with her. How did that happen?
I brought a sign. It was just when I first started. My dad, anything that he thinks he can make possible, he'll do it. So we got up to the pit, he put me on his shoulders, and I held a sign, and she just happened to see my sign and came over, and I sang Watermelon Moonshine with her.
You're a good dad, right? So that must have been exciting, right? It was like a big concert hall, big arena, or?
Yes, it was when she was opening up for Luke Combs.
Oh,
so we were at
and this happened to you sort of again. There's another major artist out there, Jelly Roll. What happened there?
It actually happened the same way. My dad, we didn't even have tickets in the pit, and he grabbed my hand and he was like, "We're going up there," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, no!" And the lady who was working the pit, she was like, hey, stand on my chair. And I was like, you are way too nice to be working here. And I stood on her chair, and Jelly Roll came across, and a security guard came up and said, Jelly Roll wants you backstage. So that's
No way, really? So good for Jelly Roll. Isn't it nice when major artists pay attention to kids and support them and help them out? And that's what was happening to you, right?
Yes.
So the music business is kind of a different thing. We were talking to Erik a little bit about that. And you've also found the music business to be a little awkward at times, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, no pun intended, right? So you wrote a song about it called I Bought It.
Yes.
And that's what you're going to sing for us. And playing guitar for you is a wonderful Nashville artist, Kelly Johnson. And you're going to sing this is a tune that you wrote.
Yes.
It's called I Bought It. It's about the music business. She's 13 years old, Josie Sal from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, this week's WoodSongs Kid.
You knew I was invested in, I never second guessed that you were all in. So I was all in. Oh, but you forgot to mention the high price that came along with quickly falling. And I was falling. You pulled a 180, made me think I was crazy. But what's really crazy? You sold me on summer nights, loving me my whole life. Why picket fence and an old porch swing? A movie made kind of loving. You sold me on make-believe, like I won the lottery. Just what I wanted, and you weren't honest. You sold me a lie, and baby, I bought it. You can't put a dollar sign on breaking up my peace of mind, but I bet you couldn't afford it. I guess that's the final cause of our love being lost. Was it really lost if it wasn't even real? You sold me on summer nights, loving me my whole life. Why picket fence and an old porch swing? A movie made kind of loving. You sold me on make-believe, like I won the lottery. Just what I wanted, but you weren't honest. You sold me a lie, and baby, I bought it. You pulled a 180, made me think I was crazy. But what's really crazy? You sold me on summer nights, loving me my whole life. Why picket fence and an old porch swing? A movie made kind of loving. You sold me on make-believe, like I won the lottery. Just what I wanted, but you weren't honest. You sold me a lie, and baby, I bought it. And baby, I bought it.
She's only 13 years old, all the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Josie Sal, this week's WoodSongs Kid. If you're a parent or a guardian, if you have a youngster that you think belongs on our broadcast, we want to hear from you. Like I said, if you're the parent or a guardian, just go to the WoodSongs website, click on the kids page. We want to hear from everybody out there because we love our WoodSongs Kids and featuring them. And Josie did such a great job with the song that she wrote. He does a great job, too. His name is Erik Koskinen, and he has a song called Won't Be Long. Welcome him back to the stage of the WoodSongs Old Time Radio.
Follow the river from the top of the hill. I love you, baby, and I always will. We drank wine till the wine was gone. Settle the meal, honey, won't be long. It won't be long. It won't be. Load the shells 'cause we're going to town. You're never quite sure who might be coming on down. Stoke the fire, put the coffee on. And it's cold outside and it won't be long. And it won't be long. It won't be. And it won't be. When the first shots fired, the war began. And they called every able boy and man. Don't forget to feed the dogs when I'm gone. I love you, baby, hope it won't be long. And it won't be long. Won't be. And it won't be. And it won't be long. And it won't be.
Beautiful song. Erik Koskinen, Won't Be Long. Kind of a Ry Cooder meets Daniel Lanois kind of thing going on there.
I like those people.
Yeah, well, you know, and we got to give some props, too, because it's always wonderful when the home community supports their artists. Minneapolis Star called you the real deal and the best country songwriter in Minnesota, and I would kind of agree that they're doing something listening to you. You got a brand new album called Down Street Love Avenue.
I do, yeah.
It's always exciting to have something new out there, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of work to do this thing they call playing.
It took a while to put the record out, yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. This is a song off that album, Keep My Baby With Me. It is Erik Koskinen on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio.
On my way to heaven, at least that's what I'm hoping for. The gods, they must be crazy, so I'm knocking on their door. My money's all gone, my luck is still around, so I'm making a deal to keep my baby with me now. Riding on a jet plane with the angels up above. I hope she gets my message of love. My money's all gone, my luck is still around, so I'm making a deal to keep my baby with me now. the end of the innocent. It's the end of the line. Life is getting harder every trip around the sun. So I hold my darling closer, or she might find another one. 'Cause my money's all gone, but my luck is still around. So I'm making a deal to keep my baby with me now. Keep my baby with me now. Yeah, keep my baby now.
All the way from Minnesota, Erik Koskinen doing a great job channeling Lindsey Buckingham. He's going from one to the other. We got to give props to Josh Gravely doing the bass, and Richard Medic, again, great job on the drums. Really tasty. If you want to know more about Erik, his music, his career, all the artists that you hear on WoodSongs, all you have to do is visit our website. Go to the WoodSongs website, click on the archive page. This particular show is 1143. And before we have Levi play his song, now there's an issue that's affecting so many thousands upon thousands of folks. And you sort of got exposed. Isn't this the idea of Alzheimer's?
Yes.
Right? So tell me your story on this.
Sure. So when I was still living in Virginia, I was playing a lot of nursing homes and playing gospel music for the nursing homes. And they would tell me to come in. It was kind of a therapy for them, a music therapy. And so anyways, I'd experienced a lot of people with Alzheimer's and dementia. You know, even if they don't know their name, they'll know the words to Amazing Grace. So that was a really soul-fulfilling experience for me, and it inspired me to write a song with my girlfriend Sabrina Stewart and another co-writer, Court Taylor. We wrote a song, kind of try to channel that and personify kind of that feeling.
And the idea of the song is the daughter that takes care of the father, right?
Yes, yeah.
Now, what a beautiful use of music. So many musicians, songwriters, artists do go to hospice homes or old folks' homes, retirement homes, and they play for these folks. And this is a beautiful use of the music, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So it's nice that you did that. Was that a difficult audience for you at first?
No, I mean, I tried to play upbeat stuff that would, just seeing a smile on their faces, made it for me. So
make them happy.
Yeah, I mean, it does wonders for your soul, and it does wonders for theirs. So I mean, everybody wins in that.
So let's go back to the song. The song is called Walter, and you're using it also for a good cause regarding this condition that so many people have, right?
Yeah, we teamed up with the Alzheimer's Association in Nashville, and we ended up raising almost $4,000. We did a benefit show, and
that's good.
A great turnout. Yeah.
Is there anybody in your specific family struggling with this?
Not personally, but my girlfriend and the other co-writer, they both had grandfathers that died from it. So
really?
We used a lot of personal experience, and we tried to personify it into Walter, and it's from his point of view.
So Walter's an actual person. This is based on a true story.
Yes.
Now, did you know Walter personally?
I did not. No. This was Sabrina, my girlfriend's grandfather.
And how did Sabrina react when the song was finished and you played it in its full for the first time?
I think we both knew that it was a good song, and I think it would touch a lot of people. You know, I think we kind of wrote it for our own sakes, you know, and didn't really think of what people would think about it. But I think the message is something that people can relate to, and if you're not going through it, you know somebody who is, either on the caregiving side or the actual person. But I think that it lets people know they're not alone in that situation. So.
And the use of a song is you know, it changes over time, but there's a difference between, you know, writing for the chart and then writing from the heart, right? And Walter was written from the heart. You were not looking to get it placed on an album or have a big hit record or anything like this. This was something that you wanted to affect folks for what it was.
Yeah. The purpose of music. Yeah.
And what do you find when people are in your audience and you tell the story and you sing a song like this? Can you tell those that are affected by Alzheimer's and in their family and their friendships that they recognize Walter's situation?
Yeah, I think a lot of people can recognize the situation, and even if they haven't experienced it, I think they can put themselves in Walter's shoes. You know.
Let's go ahead and listen to the song. This is a very powerful piece of music. I'm glad we're able to perform it on the show. It's called Walter. You'll know the story as you hear him sing it. Levi Foster on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Rain is beating on my bedroom window, and I reach for my overalls. Well, I bet the workday is gonna be slow, but I grab my boots and head down the hall. The coffee's made and I take Monday's medication. I walk out the screen door to the drive. I climb in the truck cab, but the keys are missing. I reckon I left them back inside. I couldn't find them in the kitchen, so I checked by the bed, and there sitting on the nightstand was a note that said, "Hello, good morning, everything is fine. This is Julie, and I'll be there at 9. Since you quit working, here's a list of things to do. Coffee's in the kitchen, and I'll see you soon." By that time I heard a knock at the door, and as it opened, much to my surprise, in walked a woman that I'd never seen before, but she had a warm smile and familiar eyes. So I walked up to her and said, "Can I help you, ma'am?" Then she softly said to me, while holding both my hands, "Hello, good morning, everything is fine. My name is Julie, sometimes it slips your mind. But I'm your daughter, and you might be confused. Your name is Walter, and I loved you." As her eyes welled up, she hugged me tight, and I asked her, "Why can't I remember you? 'Cause you're the spitting image of my sweet darling wife, and you'll see when she gets home soon. Then Julie said, Mama's not coming home, Daddy. She's passed on. We buried her a year ago at the Pentecostal church. But how about we go for a drive? It won't take too long. We'll get some flowers, and I'll go take you to see her. I get out of the car and Julie helps me find a grave. As it all comes back to me, I kneel down to say, good morning, sweetheart. Everything's all right. I've been a little forgetful lately, but I still know you're mine. And you should see our daughter. She reminds me a lot of you. This is Walter, and I will always love you. And I'll see you soon.
Beautiful song, good message. Walter, wasn't it great having Levi Foster on our broadcast today? Colin Bowling on fiddle, Evan Hull on acoustic guitar, Trey Campbell on bass, and the amazing Erik Koskinen all the way from Minnesota. Thank you. And this week's WoodSongs kid, Josie Sal, 13, all the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Henry David Thoreau said it best, I think. He said, there is no remedy for love but to love more. You've got to love your music, and while you're doing it, has nothing to do with the chart. It has a lot to do. As a matter of fact, it has everything to do with the heart. Gandhi said it too. We have to be the change we wish to see in the world. You can use your music the same way Levi does. Use it for something powerful. Use it for something good, because that is the true source of the effect of music and art. It affects everything when it's used correctly. My name is Michael Jonathan. I'm a folk singer. I am a song farmer, and we'll see you next week on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. Good night.
You've been listening to WoodSongs broadcast number 1143. Michael's opening song was Cars from the Ravenwood album. Our chief engineer is Jerome Gall. Our TV director is Maria Claridge. Technical assistants are Brian Klausing, Eric Anderson, Dan Field, and Gavin Clark. The WoodSongs crew member of the week is Steve Haggard, and our WoodSongs partners of the week are Cindy and Bill Fountain. This show is produced with the support of Martin Guitars, the Kentucky Department of Tourism, and VisitLex.com, welcoming visitors from all over the world to Lexington, Kentucky. Special support provided by Hybrid Stream Water, the Clarion Hotel, Nate's Coffee, and Travel Host Magazine. WoodSongs and the WoodSongs Symbol registered trademarks of Rachel Aubrey Music and distributed worldwide by the WoodSongs Radio Network and PRX, the Public Radio Exchange. For Michael Jonathan and the entire WoodSongs crew, this is Dorothy Edwards. We hope you'll join us again next week for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. The online version of WoodSongs is a free gift to our fans, provided by VisitLex.com and KentuckyTourism.com, inviting fans and families worldwide to attend our live broadcast tapings at the Lyric Theater in historic Lexington, Kentucky. The encore section is next. You can support our musical mission by becoming a WoodSongs partner. It's as simple as a PayPal click on our website, woodsongs.com.
Let's give Dorothy a big hand. She's here every week. Give yourselves a big hand. You're a wonderful audience. We appreciate all of you. And didn't they do great tonight? It was wonderful having them all here. They're going to get ready to do their encores, and we're going to go we'll do Erik first, and then we'll do our WoodSongs Kid, and we'll end the evening with Levi. We'll go in that order. So, Erik, what do you want to play for everybody?
I want to do a song about my grandparents. Colin's going to play a little fiddle with us. When Grandpa John died, they went and grabbed the preacher to send him up high where the Lord is gonna meet you. But Grandpa was a liar, a sinner, and a drinker. He's known as a fighter, never known as a thinker. They said my grandpa's blood was boiled by the devil. His heart made of stone and his fist made of metal. We all know well that my daddy's mom tried. The day they put him in the ground, she never even cried. He fought overseas, since then he's been running. He came back from the war and he married his cousin. They had 4 children first, and one was my dad. He never thought twice about the things he never had. Shoes for the summer and boots for the winter. Every single night, well, his mama cooked dinner. Grandpa was a rotten, but she loved him anyway. Out chasing women till the break of day. One night he came home and drank a bottle down. He pulled out his knife and he threw her on the ground. My daddy's mom aimed, and right there she shot him with the same old gun for Christmas that she bought him. My daddy was the oldest and there was 3 more. One died at home, the other 2 died at war. Shoes for the baby, and you know what I got. Everyone running from the parking lot. careful of the sin. When the devil comes a knocking, better not let him in. Every night I go down and I'm sitting by the river, staring at my grandpa in this black and white picture. And I live in the house that my daddy was brought up in. My grandpa's down in hell, my grandma's up in the heaven. Every night I go down and I'm sitting by the river. I tell you this story, and not to make you quiver, but to warn all the women, put them on the level. Don't get married to your cousin or married to the devil.
Erik Koskinen. So Colin, have you ever played that song before?
No, I just met these guys.
Just like raw, right? Just,
yeah.
Well, give the fiddle player a round of applause. Colin Bowling, cool. All right, so our WoodSongs kid, Josie Sal, 13 from Pittsburgh. You did such a good job, and that was a song you wrote, and that was amazing. Congratulations on all your success. Now you're going to play another song that you wrote, correct?
Yes.
Tell me about this.
This song, it's called Redneck Weekend. It's a true story about my family. We used to camp out in our backyard with all our friends and family. So I got with Kelly and I wrote a song about it.
So you're calling your family rednecks?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Every single summer when I was a child, for 3 days straight, the neighborhood went wild. Throw tents up like a hillbilly's dream. Turn a bed sheet into a movie screen. Kids running through the sprinkler in their underwear. Got the neighbors talking, but we don't care. And half the people don't even have shoes. You can bet they got a bottle of booze. We turn that igloo into a mini hot tub. If you're down to party, you're one of us. Uncle Tom brought the gold PBR, and Mama's line dancing in the backyard. Cooking competition while the kids are fishing. Grits and chicken and guitar picking aside. We ain't going on the deep end. No, it's just redneck weekend. Yeah, it's just redneck weekend. This family reunion ought to come with a warning. Stay up all night till sunrises in the morning. We're playing right up to the stereotypes. Moonshine bonfires and many bikes. No showers allowed, it's rain or shine. We'll be here till Sunday at 5. 4-wheelers, Steelers, Johnny's hitting the hay. Before you leave, you gotta sign an NDA. We turn that igloo into a mini hot tub. If you're down to party, you're one of us. Uncle Tom brought the cold PBR, and Mama's line dancing in the backyard. Cooking competition while the kids are fishing. Grits and chicken and guitar picking aside. We ain't going off the deep end. No, it's just redneck weekend. Yeah, it's just redneck weekend. We got people fighting for an invite in our high-class white trash paradise. We turn that igloo into a mini hot tub. If you're down to party, you're one of us. Uncle Tom brought the cold PBR, and Mama's line dancing in the backyard. Cooking competition while the kids are fishing. Grits and chicken and guitar picking
first redneck weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. Josie Sal, and let's give some props. Kelly Johnson playing the acoustic guitar. Beautiful guitar playing. Alabama by way of Nashville. Give us the cliff notes of your background in music.
Was a bluegrass artist for several years, moved to Nashville to write with other artists, and been there about 10 years now.
Well, you compliment our youngsters. And by the way, the poise, for 13 years old, to have the stage poise that you have, the hand gestures, the smile, the fact that you look like you're having a good time is everything. So good job. All right, before we get into Levi, a couple of quick announcements. Next week on WoodSongs, a major blues artist, Grammy-winning Charlie Musselwhite is going to be here with a special guest from New York City. But this guy is just a icon of the blues world, so he will be here on WoodSongs next week, and we invite everybody back for that. If you're not part of the WoodSongs newsletter, we really encourage you to sign up for that. It's free. We do not share your email with anybody. You can find out about every week who's coming up on WoodSongs, as well as the sister project, the Troubadour Concert Series, which is now exclusively at the Kentucky Theater tomorrow. Chris Thiele and the Punch Brothers will be there in concert. Tommy Emmanuel, arguably one of the most greatest or entertaining guitar players and a dear friend of ours, Tommy Emmanuel, will be there in October. Over the Rhine will be there for a special Christmas show. And oh my goodness, we've got 4 or 5 other things lined up that are going to be really intense. So get the newsletter if you can sign up online. Go to woodsongs.com, hit the newsletter. All right, Levi, good job.
Thank you.
And tell Oliver that he belongs on WoodSongs.
Well, yeah, spread the word.
What are you going to play for us?
I'm going to do a song called Stuck With Me. It's going to be an upbeat kind of bluegrass song here. I've been running like a gypsy on a fast train every night, with a one-way ticket far away from the bridges I find. I've been breaking my body trying to trick them demons inside. They keep giving me hell back in return. Round every turn, round every bend, I never learn, I never win. That lonesome wind is like a wise man's words, I wouldn't let sink in. I'm part from the man in the Bible verse that's tattooed on my skin. I've cut every tie I've had and watched it bleed. Of everything I've tried to leave, one still remains, still stuck with me. Had a dang good woman I left right in the dark. Made the world we made together just disappear. Felt the ones I love start to fade inside my heart. Now the same I wear is stitched and sewn with fear. But I'm still here, away from there. I can't go near, so I go where that lonesome wind is like a wise man's words I wouldn't let sink in. I'm part from the man in the Bible verse that's tattooed on my skin. I've cut every tie I've had and watched it bleed. Of everything I've tried to leave, one still remains, still stuck with me. That lonesome wind is like a wise man's words I wouldn't let sink in. I'm part from the man in the Bible verse that's tattooed on my skin. I've cut every tie I've had and watched it bleed. Of everything I've tried to leave, one still remains, still stuck with me.
I got a spare room behind the barn for my Mac attack when I'm on the farm. You click it on